I don't know if that gave me stress or took some away. Next week. Okay. Morning. Flyers up in the hallways informed us that there will be a special assembly for all freshmen on Thursday, so no class activities can be scheduled for that day. What should I do this week? Blue, green, white, sleep. Just a little staircase. Gain 1 blue magic and 1 stress. Green. Gain 1 green and 1 stress. Bitch. White magic. Bonjour, ma cheese. What the? Today I want to talk more about the otherworld creatures in general. Because our worlds are connected, they can cross over just as easily as we can. But in this world, they are not native. They are weakened and bound by their nature, just as we are when we travel to the other world. Every spirit in this world must follow a set of rules. Not the same set of rules, though. That would be too simple. Rules of behavior vary depending on the type of creature and the method used to reach our world. If you cast a summoning spell, you can set some of the rules yourself. If you understand the rules that a creature is bound to, you can easily defeat it. Most of you have heard of vampires being repelled by crosses. That wouldn't work for all vampires, but for some, it's an easy weakness to use. In later years, you will study many types of otherworld creatures to learn this sort of lore. I'm assuming that because back, as I was saying, I played ahead a little bit on my own. I started a new character, played a little head, and didn't save. Lovely me. But I specialize in blue. Like, I was already up to like 36 by this point. And I didn't really go into white magic that much. Or green, or any. I was mostly using blue and black. So I didn't have spirit sight. So I just danced at the dance. And this... I don't know if this is part of the white magic class system, or is because I use spirit side, and she's like, oh shit, I should probably teach these idiots not to f*** around with the otherworld spirits. Now to continue with your lessons in white magic. Success, gain 1 white magic and 1 stress. Oh, awareness. Expand the caster's mind to visualize nearby locations, marking them down. Far speed. Communicate with willing subjects in nearly known locations. Cool. Assembly! On Thursday morning, all the freshmen are gathered together in the gym. Good morning, my bright young things. Today is a special occasion for all of you. You're going to get practice in what you've learned to try some spells on each other without pressure of getting a test or grades. This is an important lesson because in future exams you may come up against other spellcasters. You need to know how to use magic in combat and how to avoid magic being used on you. Will everyone please turn... There's some jostling and shuffling around. Ellen and Virginia paired off. Bitches! Just like you bitches! Now I gotta go find somebody. I ended up standing by Virginia's brother, Donnie. Please pay attention before we begin. I want you to take turns casting spells at each other and blocking them. This is not a battle, and you're not trying to defeat each other. Think of it as a game of catch. One of you is the pitcher and one of you is the catcher. You can only pitch when it's your turn, so defenders only defend and not attack. Also, please do not interfere with any other pairs. That includes casting spells that tend to be messes. No fireballs or ice storms, please. There's a story there. Everyone knows this, right? There's a story. It's like, no fireballs or ice storms. Fireballs I get, because that seems like everyone's first approach. Oh, I'll just throw a fireball at this asshole. The ice storms, now that has a story there. Please, only target your partner. I'll be a hand to deal with any injuries and accidents. If you hurt yourself, please call for help. I'll be right here. Have fun. Fun. Turn to face my partner. Ladies first. I'm not sure what to cast. Do you know the first spell? No. because I don't study red magic. I'm green and blue at most. White is the second. You should be taking more classes. I'm taking primary blue, green, and white. Shut up. That doesn't help now. Well, there's a lot of little spells we didn't learn in class. They're pretty easy. Tell me what you can do and I'll suggest something. Shows me a simple spell, change color of a small object, or part of a larger, so I can use it and turn his nosebleed. Are you alright, are you ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. I start the cast spell, but suddenly a wave of cold sweeps over my body and I can't move. The spell fizzles uncast. Ha! I'm sure that would work. It will wear off in a minute. As he says, I unfreeze shortly, but my fingertips are still tingling and sore. That's concerning. Alright, my turn. You ready? I suppose. Uno, dos, tres. Dodge. As Donald prepares to cast spell, I jump to the side. What? I don't feel anything. I guess you missed. What do you call that? A fucking dog. Thinking outside the box? We worked together for a while, trading spells back and forth. Then Donald holds up his hand and leans in close to whisper something. I've got a great idea. When I say go, you drop to the floor and cover your eyes. I'm gonna cast something overhead. Okay, go! As on cue, I duck and cover. There's a whoosh noise and a burst of heat overhead, followed by screams. Donald, what are you doing? Oh, you're in trouble. While your flaming dragon was very impressive. I missed the fire dragon? Aw. Wait, no. Aw, I missed the fire dragon? Sorry, I had to do that. I did specifically tell you to avoid large spells. If poor Sparrow hadn't managed to get out of the way, you would have hurt her badly. Like he cares. This is very disappointing. You've always been so careful in your creativity. Why would you take such a risk? Defend Donald! I'm defending him because he did tell me! Professor Potsdam, I wasn't actually in danger. He told me to get down and made sure I was out of the way before he cast. You knew what he was going to do? No, not... Yes, not really. I knew he was going to cast something. I knew he was going to do something, and saying this would get him out of trouble, right? No. Well, I suppose that changes things like... Detention for both of you, then. What? Only fair for both of you. Both conspirators to suffer equally. You did know that you shouldn't cast large spells, but no demerit since there was no real danger. Perhaps, too, you can use this time to come up with more interesting ways of showcasing your spells. I'm gonna end it right now. Hello again. Sorry for the rushed end in that last one, but I had some things to take care of. I'm back, and last time we both I got in detention because I stood up to him, not mentioning the fact that no, I didn't know what he was doing. I just knew he was doing something. And now the professor's like, well, maybe in detention you two can think of more interesting ways of showcasing your skills. Yes, ma'am. No problem. Try to be good now. I am. Jacob, put Mr. Anders Eros down. She hurries off to deal with someone else. Luckily, there's no major accidents the rest of the session. Sleeping reduces stress from like 25 to fucking 12. Cool. Now, let's see. I'm got 31 in smart. Strong is only 17. I'm cute. Cute is only 5. I'm 20 points into weird. Like, yeah, I'm the weird one. Because I don't want to be hit. Ellen is in the room, systematically taking clothes off her dress and then putting them back in. What are you doing? Folding my clothes? Yes, but why are you unfolding them first? Because they aren't folded properly. Huh. Okay. I guess everyone has their quirks. Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are here to go. I get up to go to my detention. I have $60. Miss Rain, Miss Standards. Must I forever be burdened with this nonsense? Since you are both being punished for the same offense, you will receive the same punishment. Points to the table where two very large glass jars are filled with pebbles are sitting. You will each take one jar. You will take out each pebble individually by hand. You will place each pebble on the table, forming two separate stacks. Afterwards, you will remove each pebble. After you have removed each pebble, you will write down the total number of pebbles that were in the jar. You will then return all those pebbles to your jar by hand. I have ways of detecting whether or not each pebble has been touched. Do not attempt to shirk. Do you understand? Sure. And if your count is off or you attempt to pocket any of the pebbles, I will lock you in this room with no food or water until Monday. Why the would I pocket a pebble? Get on with it. He stalks out of the room, closing the door behind him. The point is, what's the point of this? Boredom, that's all. Great. Fucking love it. Sorry I got you into this. You didn't. It was my decision. I mean, who wouldn't have... It wouldn't have been right to let them think you were trying to hurt me when you weren't. Yeah, well, I knew I was gonna get busted for it, and I didn't warn you. If he knew he'd get in trouble, why'd he do it? He's across from Daniel and smile at him. Don't you get tired of being here every Saturday? Hey, you noticed. Noticed what? That I'm here. Well, that's sort of obvious, isn't it? You'd think. Beg your pardon? He leans back in his chair and smiles. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Huh? No. Actually, I do. Do you want them? Yes, I like my sibling. At least the one I know. Not getting into that. Are you offering? I'm lonely sometimes. I like being an only child. Are you offering? Yes, take them, please. He shrugs. You know, you and Virginia don't get along, but what about William? You're brothers. You have to have a lot to share. You know what you asked me earlier? William never asked. Which thing did I ask you earlier? He doesn't answer. The silent moment stretches. In the distance, I hear footsteps echoing down the hall. Hey, Sparrow, do me a favor, okay? Ask William what he thinks of me. That he turns his head back to his work. Just before the opens. Grabby's back, so I act like I'm paying attention to my assignment. At the end of the day, I have counted and recounted 432 pebbles, and my neck hurts. At least I get to leave. I'm walking around minding my own business when suddenly I feel a gentle touch to the back of my head. I turn around, but no one's there. I notice something written on the floor. Paper? With few long strides, William crosses the hall to reach my side. Oops, sorry about that. He picks up the paper airplane and winks at me. This is supposed to go over your head. No problem. Now that I run into him, I have a chance to ask him something if I want. Ellen, Donald, never mind. We know about what happened with... You know what, fuck it. I don't know Donald that well, and Ellen is my roommate. Let's actually, I want to talk to you about something. Really? Right. I skipped that, but Ellen really... right. Look, I like Ellen. She's sweet, but don't take this wrong. You guys are still really... But don't take this wrong. But you guys are really, still... For me to be involved with her in a romantic way wouldn't be right. I'd be taking advantage. A lot's gonna change for you and Ellen in the next few years. If you stay here. Stay? What do you mean? Well, you're both wild seeds. Sometimes people with wild talents decide they don't want to be in the magical world after all. You and Ellen and Virginia are just getting started. I'm graduating at the end of the year. I'll be gone. Think about it, alright? He tweaks my nose, grins, and goes, on his way. Well, that was useless. Oh well, I made my choice. Ellen! Sparrow? Yeah? Do you like theater, plays? I don't know, Juan. Well, the drama club is doing Medea this weekend. I kind of want to see it, but I don't know. I don't want to go by myself. What's Mia? It's a classic Greek tragedy. It's about a witch whose lover betrays her and the terrible things she does for revenge. That doesn't sound very nice. That's why it's a tragedy. They're doing it Friday and Saturday. I was thinking I'd rather go Friday. Is it free? No, it's $5 for a student. Do you want to come? Yeah, fuck yeah, Greek tragedy. I'm all for Greek. Tragedies I'm a little iffy about because oddly I like happy endings. I'm sappy like that. Sue me. Thanks. Better figure out what else I'm gonna do this week. Okay, blue, green, white. I'm not really having that much strength, and I don't like that, so strength, sleep. This really is ladder. Blue magic. Success. Gain 1 blue and 1 stress. Learn a new spell. This is what I'm talking about. That last test, there was a freaking thing. I could have teleported this to the pit, but thanks to increased strength, I did that. I didn't know I could do that. I like this game. It gives you options on how to succeed. Great. Gain 1 green magic and 1 stress. Hallway. Pink. The people could tell you apart. Pink. Then people could tell you apart. Oh, Sparrow. Hey, Luke, can I go for... I need to talk to... Sure. Catch up with you later, man. He poses nonchalantly while his roommate walks away. But once Luke is outside, he said, "So, did you talk to my brother? What did he say about me?" I haven't had a chance. Well, I really haven't had a chance to talk with him. I didn't see him that much. Right. Sorry to bother you. Aw, now I feel bad. I mean, talking about Ellen didn't get me anywhere, and now I essentially just said fuck him. 3 white, 3 stress. Dorm. I'm getting ready for dinner when somebody knocks on the door. Hey! Hey guys, what's up? Wondering some merits? Doing what? Bunching and baking and candlestick making. Bunching? That's not the right word. Oh wait, I think I don't know what I'm trying to pronounce. It could be, she's a horse. You ever been kicked by one? What did you want me to do again? Ursid, are you in or not? Yeah, I feel bad for blowing him off with his brother thing, so I'll... Yeah, sure. Fine, lead on. Boys led me across to a classroom with a stove set up at the back. Normally used for potions making, there are several pots and a collection of metal cylinders on the floor nearby. They don't have lids, and they're not the right size for pipes, for any pipes I know of. What are they? Ah, there you are. Now if you just hold still for a moment. A wave of green magic rolls over me. That should improve your resistance to heat and stop you from burning yourself too easily. Of course, you still need to be careful. Especially you, Mr. Pathfinder. Yes, ma'am. I have an instruction sheet here with all the steps, including proportions for the dyes and fragrant oils. If you have any questions, we're cool. Alright, I'm gonna go out for a bit, but I'll be back shortly to keep an eye on things. Don't worry, I won't interfere. I might even bring my knitting. She walks out, leaving me with 2 boys who obviously haven't told me everything. What are we doing here? Making candles. It's for fun. It's for the fundraiser thing. What fundraiser thing? The school sells stuff at the mall to raise money. Oh, bitchin'. So she's not still mad at you about last week then? What? Who? Potsman? Nah, she's never really mad. She loves me. If she loves you so much, why doesn't she marry you? What? She's an old lady, you goon. She's not that old, but too old for you, I'm sure. And we shouldn't be talking like this, in case she comes back. Right, candles! So, how does it work? Set up the wick, melt the wax, pour it in, then cool it down. Easy. Can you cast a seal spell, right? Nope. Alright, you run the wax and Luke can do the wicks. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I think that's black magic tree. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. The wax is set up on the double boiler. Make sure there's always water in there. And keep an eye on the temperature. If the wax gets too hot, it will explode. Explode? That's why Potsdam heat-proofed us. I have a question. What kind of fucking wax are we using that it explodes? Just keep an eye on it. As long as you're watching, we'll have time to catch it if it starts going wrong. When the wax chunks are melted down, mix in the oil and the color, and then stir it with a wooden spoon. Have you done this before? No, I read the directions. It's not that hard. Once a pot is ready, you can pour it into the molds. And what are you gonna do while we're working? I got a hard part, you'll see. Working together, Luke and I assembled and filled candle molds. Alright, stand back, here I go. I can feel magic in the air, but I'm not sure what he's doing. What? What is that? Shh, hang on. He's still casting it? Okay, this is a tougher spell than usual. A minute later, he relaxed. There you go. You can cut off the ends now. Looks inside the mold. Not only has the wax cooled, but it's shrunk in away from the sides of the mold, completely evenly. You can't cool it all at once or it'll collapse. And if you leave it to cool on its own, it stinks full of holes, so it's tricky. Couldn't you just shape the wax around the wick in the first place without melting it? It wouldn't work right after, it wouldn't blend right. So we produced a nice set of candles. None of the steps are terribly difficult, but done over and over is tiring. Wonderful work, ducklings. 10 merits for each of you. I'm gonna confuse that system. Yay, I'm back up to 5. A job well done. Thursday, gym. Yes! Taking gym. Succeed! Gain 1 strong and 1 stress. Goddamn. Sleep reduces stress. Cool. Friday, evening hallway. Elle and I meet outside the gym. There's lots of people here, not just students, but ordinary people and families. Must have driven up here to see the part. After we buy our tickets, we can go inside. Folding chairs have been set up in rows across the gym floor, facing the stage. Behind the stage, a giant black backdrop painting. Behind the stage, a giant backdrop painting hangs on the wall, displaying marble pillars and steps to suggest a fantasy of ancient Greece. Okay, I don't know what that is. That's got to be a lot easier than having to paint something. Yeah, at least it looks like a painting. It's probably an illusion. It's got to be a lot easier than having to paint something so huge. We find a place to sit down without anyone too tall in front of us. After a while, the show begins. It was every bit as tragic as Ellen suggested. And bloody, too. Nice special effects, though. Hell have no fury like a woman's scorn. Isn't that Shakespeare? No, that's somebody else. Cosgrove, I think, from The Morning Bride. So, what's that one about? Another story of murder and vengeance? Sort of, it's complicated. Let me see if I remember. The rebel leader kidnaps the princess, but then they fall in love. They get secretly married, but then there's a shipwreck and she's washed up alone and rescued by her father, the king. So the king wants to marry her off to his ally, and she doesn't dare tell him she's already married. to his enemy, and she thinks the rebel fellow is dead anyways. Only he's not, because he washed up somewhere else, rescued by a queen who falls in love with him. The king falls in love with the queen, but they're enemies. So everyone loves someone who loves somebody else, and they're all trying to murder the people that they think have betrayed them, and they feel guilty and try to change their minds. Only it's too late because the plots are already in motion, so they all end up killed by their own assassins. So the moral is, I guess, revenge is dangerous. No shit! Or else don't change your mind. Even if a man treated me like Jace, and I would never do what Medea did. Well, of course you wouldn't do that. If somebody I love betrayed me, I'd want to forget. Being betrayed is terrible, but trying to get revenge would only make things worse. It wouldn't fix anything that already happened. It would only make more people unhappy. The only way to make things better is to forget you ever loved them and move on. Then eventually it won't hurt anymore. Eventually. Anyways, thanks for coming. And the music picks right back up. Tell truth, that is true. Revenge is bullshit. It's a waste of time and usually comes and bites you in the ass, so no thanks. No problem. Yay! Dorm room, it's Saturday morning and the mall and I keep calling it the mall! I can still get the image that these motherfuckers are shipping a mall to us every week. Allowances are delivered. Where should I go today? Study. One of these days I'm gonna go to the mall. The library's fairly quiet, but familiar faces are still present. Minnie helps me out with my red magic. And I get red and smarts increased by 1, stress by 4. Fuck you, that's really... Alright, let's see. Diary. Helpful Minnie. Ball play. Gym. Candle making. Alright, next spell. Next week. Assembly! Early on Monday, all freshmen are called together. Good morning, buttercups! The Thanksgiving break begins this week after classes on Tuesday. There will be no further scheduled activities until Monday, the 2nd of December. If there are any of you standing through the break, the library will be open and meals will be served at the regular times, as well as the feast on Thursday and some organized activities. If you are leaving, then you need to leave before tomorrow evening, and you haven't already made arrangement. And you haven't already made arrangement. If you haven't already made arrangements, please talk to me after the assembly. Now, there's one more thing. For those of you who are Wild Seed, if you are leaving, this will be your first time away from the comfort and protection of Iris Academy. You are witches and wizards, and people around you out there are not. The choice that you made 3 years ago still stands. You must not reveal our secrets to the outside world. You must not discuss or display magic in front of anyone who is not one of us. Not your old friends, not your family, no one. If you betray our trust, you will not be allowed to return, and we would miss you. Now, I'm sure you have a busy week ahead of you, so I'll let you get on with your schedules. I only have 2 classes, so green and blue. Just keep pumping those 2 stronger. Got 3 green, 3 stress. Ooh, slow. Confuses the target buddy to become sluggish, slowing their movements temporarily. Bitchin'. 2 blue, 2 stress. And no new spell. Sadden. If I may have your attention, please. Take hold of each other's hand and close your eyes. We give thanks to the parents who created us, and the friends who helped us grow, to the earth which nurtures us, and to the other worlds which inspires us, for what we have been giving and what we have to give, for those who have taken us in when we were in need, for forgiveness and for hope of renewal. May our tributes bring joy, and may no one may no call go unanswered in this Thanksgiving season. So may it be. Hands pulled away from mine as other students echo her words. Please have happy holiday. Have a very happy holiday. Well, now I can hang up my cape, find my parents, and be on my way. School will be waiting for me when I get back. That was a very nice prayer, or poem, or whatever that was. It was very nice. On vacation. My stress is completely gone. And I got nothing to do. I'm so confused there. Hallway. I read back to the school from my vacation. Feeling slightly disordered. It was nice to see my family again, but in some ways they felt like strangers. And my old friends, they all moved on. Back to my room then. Hey Sparrow, you're back. How was your holiday? Weird and awkward. It was really weird. I know we're not allowed to do magic or talk about it, and I didn't, but I was worried at first that my parents were going to ask about it, and I wouldn't know what to say, you know? But then they didn't ask anything. I mean, they asked how my classes were, and if I liked my teachers, and things like that, but nothing about wands or witches or spells, not even hints. It's like they've completely forgotten. They probably have. What? Listen, well, it's all part of the same thing, you know? Outsiders aren't allowed to know about magic. What if your parents went around telling everyone their daughter was a witch? But they know I was going to school for magic. They saw me in my robes. I don't know how it works. I just know that Wild Seed parents are kind of encouraged to forget about it after school starts. Is that why my family didn't come for me? They forgot me? It's not supposed to make them forget about you, just forget that you're a witch. It's easier this way, isn't it? To keep a secret. Just like you said, if they knew, they'd ask. People still ask about school and everything. I tell them I have to make it up or change details so it doesn't sound magical, and then I have to remember what I said. Yeah, some people can't handle that. That's why some wild seed kids just stop going home. And some of them go home and never come back. But you came back, and we're glad to see you, right? Yeah. Looks like Ellen's not entirely sure what to think about this development either. My old classmates kept all kinds of secrets from their parents. Who they were dating, where they went at night, what they had and hadn't done. Is this normal thing? Is this the normal way for things to be? Is it just part of growing up? I won't be seeing my parents again until Christmas anyways. For now, it's back to school. Can we all agree that that's kind of fucking creepy as hell? Just like, encouraged. Yeah. And loan sharks encourage you to pay them back. Somebody knocked on the door, I think. I didn't read that. I was too focused on the mind shit. Virginia gets up to answer the door. Good morning. Here are your exam schedules for the day. Shit. She returns, holding a piece of paper. Exams? Today we haven't had time to prepare. Well, it's been a while since the last exams. We've had all that time. It's not the same, and you goddamn know it. No, but, well, we'll do our best, right? So I have exams after class today. What else should I do this week? White, blue, green, blue. I don't have any stress, so green and white. Now I have an arc going on. Yes, gain 2 white, 2 stress. Oh, cool. Spirit echoes can reveal impressions left on target by strong emotions of the past. That seems kind of useful. So here I am, wondering what the exam will be about. Here we go! Wibbly, 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 wibbly. Oh, I had to click that. It's done. The exit of the dungeon has been hidden. You cannot teleport out of this lever, and you must use your magic wisely to find your way before you run out of energy. You may choose to surrender at any time. You'll be retrieved from the dungeon safely. However, you will fail your exam and Good luck! Okay, 1 second, I just have to... Okay, I have True Sight. I can do this easily. Forward. Let's get this map. Let's get the map all the way, you know, filled out. Jeez, motherfucker. I think it would be here. True Sight. Okay, not here. True Sight again. Okay, 1 second. Can I track scent? Track scent. Most recent creatures passed through was you, heading west. Shit. Well, thanks for that, asshole. True Sight should give me the way. I just have to find the right, Don't appear to be illusions here. There's no indication of which one it is. I just have to keep heading to each dead end and... using True Sight until I find it. I think. Or I'm just wasting my magic. If it is here, so help me God. Okay. What do I got? Far speed. Communication with willing... Can't. Wait a minute. Don't I... Awareness. Expand... No. Slow... Oh, that's a combination. Boost strength. Slit. No. Okay. Since nothing. I'm wasting my magic here. Let's see. Walls. Walls are not allowed. Shit, I am really wasting my magic here.